Aries, what does it mean to take the path of least resistance? Is this the best path for you at this time? This is the message I was getting. Past of least resistance, now I'm hearing. Not path. Past of least resistance. So maybe you're thinking of going back to somebody, or somebody might be thinking that about you. I'm hearing the collective, interesting. Because there is less work to be done there. So I'm going to pull out some cards for your love reading and see what's going on with this energy, this past of least resistance. And if it is truly the path of least resistance. Now, before I turn on the camera, I pulled out some cards to check on the energy. I got for you, Wild. And I thought, well, this is very Aries-like. You know, we got the red here. Seems great. I like it. Wild and free energy on a little bit of an adventure. Then I asked for your person's energy, and I got cycles with sexual arts. Okay, so this feels very much to me that you're in a cycle, or you're coming out of a cycle where sexuality, sex, passion, desire, that kind of carnal draw and pull towards someone played a big role in your relationship. Then as I was putting the deck away, these two cards fell out. Soulmate and temptation. Okay, so I think for some of you, and again, you can switch the energies if you want. You know, maybe you're on this side and your person is on that side. So, you know, take what resonates and leave the rest. And this reading might not be for you since it's general. But there is a message here that somebody, could potentially even be both of you, are wanting to go back into a cycle with one another because there's a lot of sexual passion and chemistry, or maybe that's what's keeping you stuck thinking about this person at this time. You want to lose your inhibition a little bit. I feel as though whoever we're talking about, you had a very, I'm hearing tempting, which the card is here, tempting sexual attraction with. There was something different about, I heard your liaisons, okay? So this might be getting mixed up with the idea of a soulmate, right? You might be thinking this person's your soulmate when really you're just sexually gravitated towards this person. You could also be sexual soulmates, I'm hearing. And then I heard chew on that, okay, Aries? So chew on that idea of a sexual soulmate. So we're going to see what we're getting into here, interesting, with this person that we're talking about. Now, your person could also be feeling this at this time because their feelings or their energy is in cycles and sexual arts. For some of you, this person has relationships that are based on sex only. And the reason I say this isn't going to be for everyone, but the reason I say this is because this guy is holding this woman, or this, whatever way you want to see it. They're both holding one another, but one of them's more ethereal, kind of not there, a vision, something not totally real, a fantasy. And then it's coming out with a woman here. So I feel as though for someone, this cycle of sex is something that they get into often in a way that either confuses themselves or confuses others that there's a soulmate connection. So that's for some of you. For others of you, you are soulmates with this person and you have a wild sexual connection. And that's pulling you together, keeping you together, or, you know, there's something about that energetic cord that's vibrating on the root chakra, you know, that's connected to sexuality. Okay, so I'm going to try a new spread here for relationships that looks at feelings, desires, and regrets and the future. So let's get into it. Aries, I feel like this is a different kind of reading than what we normally get for you. Maybe some of you have a new partner. I feel as though that could potentially be the case. We have the 10 of Swords in the reverse. Some of you, again, not all of you, have reconciled with someone. And you're trying to figure out whether you're in it just for the sex or could this grow into something else. So we're going to try to get the most common thread here, storyline. Oh, interesting. Very interesting here. And the outcome. Oh, wow. Wow. Okay, so we have 5 of Swords at the bottom. I'm not using reversals for this one because I didn't shuffle it in a way to create enough reversals. So I'm just going to read them in the upright. 5 of Swords at the bottom. So yeah, I feel like this is definitely one of those cycles where you tried to work together with someone, but it just wasn't coming together, and there was a lot of confusion because one person or both people were stuck in their ego, wanting to win. And you know, when we say stuck in your ego and wanting to win, it's also about not wanting your ego to die, right? So when you fight with someone, now just hear me out for a second. When you fight with someone and you don't want to lose, and whatever that means to you, it's an attempt to save your identity and your ego, because if you succumb or see another perspective, that means that you have to kind of disidentify with your viewpoint that happened during an argument or during a separation. And that viewpoint that happened during that time is attached to some deep emotions. So you almost have to disidentify from those emotions in order to be okay not winning a fight. Okay, so this is not about whether this is good or bad. I guess the message I'm getting here is that it's more complicated than winning and losing. And it's not to justify anyone's actions, but just to provide some kind of insight. That's what I'm getting here. Okay? I think there was for most of you, there was an attempt to reconcile in the past in order to work things out, but it was just impossible to some degree. All right. So again, I'm going to read the left side, my left side, as you, and the right side as your person, but you can change these if that resonates more for you. Okay, so your feelings, we have Temperance. Wow. Oh, I want to clarify these. I guess I'll use the same deck. Temperance. Okay, so you're looking for some kind of resolution within yourself, I feel like. Not so much with this person. You could be with this person, but for many of you, you feel like you've been a little bit caged because you've been connected to this person on some level and you're trying to break free of it. You're trying to get wild again. But with the past of least resistance, I feel as though there's a huge temptation here to go backwards. To go back to this tempting fire here, this passion, rather than explore the depths of the unknown with a new connection. Yeah, 9 of Swords. Oh, sorry, 4 of Swords. Interesting how I read that as a 9. 4 of Swords. Yeah, there's just an easy. Somebody wants something to be easy. Ace of Cups, right? Somebody, your person wants new love, wants to feel love, needs to feel love, needs to be hugged, needs to be held, needs to have sex with someone. This is what I'm hearing. Intimacy. Let's just say it as intimacy. Although I'm speaking to Aries, so I feel like I can, be upfront with you and, blunt. So somebody is looking for that. But see, with the 4 of Swords, they're not really willing to put in the work for that new love. It's just like, I want this. I'm dreaming of this. This is definitely dreaming of love. With Temperance, being very patient, having a lot of patience for a new love to come in. But there's no effort here. There's no effort to find that. I'm hearing subtracted and antiquated effort. Okay, so at this time, you've been patient, you're dreaming about love. I think you're getting a little hot under the collar, and you're thinking about your past connection insofar as the sexual attraction with your person. Okay, so what are your desires? Or should I move to their feelings? Well, let's go to their feelings. Their feelings right now are strength. Okay, wow. We have a lot of cards. Let's only get 2 here. Let's hear more about this person's feelings with strength. Queen of Cups and the Lovers. Wow. Okay, so this is this person's feelings towards you. So I feel as though you might have some kind of emotional, intuitive connection with them that you feel. And again, I feel like it's really based in the root chakra. Like there's really this carnal drive towards one another. You know, some of you are fantasizing about one another, even though I heard you hate each other's guts. That's interesting. Okay, so they feel very strongly about protecting themselves, I'm seeing here, but also about the connection between you two. So what's the problem here then? Maybe there isn't a problem. Although I am with that temptation, it feels to me in the Five of Swords in the background, in the back, and then we have this Page of Wands here with this very scheming look in her eye, that something is just not being said maybe. Maybe this person's just hiding the way they feel because they're feeling very strong. You, on the other hand, I feel like you are thinking about the past of least resistance. I think you are thinking about that, but ultimately you would like to have a new love, whereas this person is heavily concentrated on you. You could be dealing with a Leo or a water sign or a Gemini. It doesn't have to be, or Libra we have here. Okay, so your desires. Palace of Cups. So this deck has extra 4 cards, and they're kind of like the culmination of the suit. So the Palace of Cups is like the epitome of the cup suit of emotions. It's a place of emotionality. It's a place of love and fluidity and no resistance, really. Interesting, no resistance. And what I think is really fascinating is that their desires here is the Palace of Swords. Hold on, I'm just getting something here. I'm hearing car wash, and I heard wish-washy, windshield wipers, car wash. Something about that. Okay, that's not going to be for everyone, but it could be a clue. It could resonate with someone here. But it has something to do with the Palace of Cups. Okay? You know, maybe the last time you saw them, they had just washed their car, something like that. I'm not too sure what that is about. Okay, so we have the Palace of Swords for their desires. So they're desiring communication with you, and I think they're trying to do that telepathically a little bit, but whatever union they want to come into with you is one in which there's a lot of communication, that things can be laid out on the table, truths can be told. They're more interested in connecting on a mental level. This could even be sexually, right? Maybe they're just a very mentally stimulated person in the bedroom as well. But that's the space they're coming from, whereas your desire is to more have this love, this, the cuddles, the intimacy, the touch, the tenderness. I feel like your person wants something a little more serious. Now, this could just be happening, really in the background, not something up front, something in the dream state, I heard, something that's going on in the dream state. They could be dreaming of you in this way, which of course is their feelings and desires, just at an unconscious level. Okay, we have the Ace of Coins clarifying the Palace of Cups. Well, I think you're seeking out more emotional stability from this person, something that, or in love in general, if it's not for this person, just love in general. You want some more stability, something tangible that you can allow yourself to open up and really expose your emotions that you have, rather than having to feel like you're always on guard. The Hermit. Yeah, because right now I feel as though you're very guarded. In terms of how you're feeling about yourself and just love in general. So you're desiring some peace and quiet. This is why you're not actively looking for love. You want love. We all do, right? We all do, even if it's self-love, even if it's love from our family or our pets or whatever. But here we're talking about romantic love, but you want love at some level. It's time. You have a lot of patience. You have temperance here. It's time. But you're still in a healing state, okay? You're still healing. So you're in a hermit mode here, and that is your desire, is to stay in this mode of protecting yourself, but also reflecting on who you are until someone stable comes towards you and allows you to really open up emotionally in the way that you see fit, the way that you want. Now their desire with the Palace of Swords, let's clarify that. Wow, Queen of Swords. You may be dealing with an air sign. I mean, it doesn't have to be these, but this person, no matter if they're an air sign or not, they are somebody that does like to have their piece said. They want communication. 6 of Pentacles with the Queen of Swords. They want to communicate with you. They want to hear what you have to say. That is their desire. It's intriguing here. It's kind of intriguing because we begin with this very carnal energy, and now it's moving deeper into the mind and ego and like real world possibilities is what I'm hearing. So what begins as a very sexual obsession on some level, and that's not necessarily a bad thing, a sexual compulsion, desire for one another, really what that's covering over is a lot of deep-seated desires to communicate from this person. And for you, it's to want to feel something, to want to be in contact with someone. And maybe you just want to be in contact with someone and you just want someone familiar. But you are definitely more closed off than they are. Your regrets. Justice. Wow. Let's clarify that. The Tower. Oh, Aries. And the King of Swords. All right, you regret not saying something. You regret you chose something. You made a decision. You took one path over another, obviously. And the path you chose, you have some regrets about either what you did or what you could have done. So for some of you, you brought the Tower down. You were very harsh and cold in your words. And you did this because you felt as though you were delivering some kind of karmic justice. And now you have regrets about that. For others of you, you wish you would have done that. Okay, so take it as it resonates, but whatever it is you're regretting is some major confrontation, whether that happened or not. You're doing a lot of reflecting on that possibility or the event that actually happened. Their regrets, 8 of Cups, walking away. We have the 8 of Swords and the 4 of Coins. Okay, so we definitely have runner chaser stuff going on here. And despite my personal opinions about it, and I do have some, I will just go with what I'm getting here. But, use your own judgment and discernment when it comes to understanding that kind of dynamic. Because there is a level in which it could be unhealthy, right? So we do have that dynamic going on here. But I feel like whoever is somebody, it's like somebody had a little gun at a race and was like, on your mark, set, go, and this person took off. Or at least that's what you were thinking about doing. Or the actions you took, I don't want to say made them run, but they did. Okay, they did run, even though I feel as though they really feel a soul connection with you, a sexual connection with you. Their feelings are very strong. You might have some kind of engagement, interaction with them in the next coming months. I have the Gemini card, I have the Cancer card, and I have the Leo card. Okay, so those are 3 consecutive months coming up. So the next 3 months, and I was almost going to say months there, so take that if it works for you. You might hear something from them or come into communication or something like that, or these feelings might intensify for them or for you. So this person, they regret walking away, closing themselves up, really not opening up to what they were thinking, what they were feeling. And that's why they want to communicate with you. That's why they're in the Palace of Swords, because they want to tell you what happened. They regret walking away because they had so much anxiety and they closed right up. I'm hearing Capricorn. So for some of you, this happened during Capricorn season, or it was a Capricorn. Wow. Okay, so what do we have for your future? We have the Magician. So I'm going to say whatever happens next, well, it's both of your control, in both of your control. How do I say this? The energies are prime to manifest something like a reconciliation or better communication or some answers. And I don't say these things lightly because I usually encourage people to move on, and the cards usually say that too. But this is exactly what, the cards are saying what they're saying, and the messages I'm getting, the path of least resistance. Okay, clarifying that. 3 of Wands. Somebody has been trying to manifest a reunion. Somebody has. 7 of Cups. But not knowing if their manifestation is actually happening. Okay, so we have someone here who is really calling out to the universe to return this person or to create some kind of communication. There's also somebody doing things on a real 3D level to create some kind of communication, maybe messaging or something like that. But they're confused, or there will be confusion about why this isn't happening. Why is the manifestation not coming forward? Why am I still waiting for Aries to come back? Or why are Aries, you could be saying that. Why am I still waiting for them to come back? I'm confused about this whole thing. I manifested them, they're not here. High Priestess, my intuition is telling me that there's some kind of connection, but it's just not happening. Okay, so I have to ask here, what's the block? 2 of Pentacles. Yeah, see, it's like holding these 2 coins up in the air, not knowing what to do. So there's an uncertainty here, which is probably related to this 5 of Swords. Somebody, is not proud of their actions. Okay, one more for the block, please. Queen of Coins with the 3 of Cups. For some of you, the block is another person, that there's another person in the situation. That's not going to be for all of you, but certainly that's showing up here. An earth sign, probably, okay, that this person's involved with or you're involved with. And that's creating a block to the manifestation, no matter who's manifesting on either side. It could be them trying to manifest you, and you are not going towards that, even though you feel pulled because you're more interested in new love. You're pissed off from something that happened in the past, but you still have this connection to this person. One, because they're trying to manifest you, and I think they're trying to do it sexually, okay? I think there's like some kind of sexual cord here that's connecting you two. All right, Aries, that was interesting. I hope I see you next time.